This episode of The Young Turks brought to you by Jack Threads for the win.
The mail-order bride business is booming.
Oh, thank God.
No, but this is incredible. Over the past decade, mail-order bride marriages have doubled. Doubled. Okay. So
Oh, they think it has something to do with the recession or not the recession?
it has zero to do with that.
Nothing. No, people just finally figured it out. They're like, oh, I can go online and order a really hot Russian? I jump in it.
Yes.
Okay.
So there is a website known as A Foreign Affair, and what they do is
Very clever, foreign affair. I see you.
so they offer women from Russia, Ukraine, Colombia, and the Philippines. And
Nice
what they
variety. Okay. You know, you can go a little Asian, you can go a little Latin American or Russian.
What they do is they set up these parties, right, where there are 200 women and about 20 men.
Oh, foreignaffair.com for the win. And then, okay, we're going to show the video, right?
Yeah, we do have a video.
Okay, so when you're watching the video, look at the dudes and look at the chicks, and you'll see exactly why business is booming.
All right, let's do it.
Searching for love on the other side of the world.
Well, the next tour to Colombia is going to be Barranquilla.
The calls from single men are pouring in at A Foreign Affair, an international matchmaking company based in Phoenix.
All we do is introduce people on a global scale. We don't care about geographic boundaries.
And interestingly enough, founder John Adams says the recession has given his business a boost.
Business is good. Business is good. People are always looking for love.
Adams says when times get tough, single men tend to reevaluate their priorities, and love moves to the top of that list.
They start looking at what's really important. They understand that relationships and people are much more important than materialistic things. And so I think that's when they start looking for ways to find that right person.
The company's website is filled with seductive photos of beautiful young women from around the world: Russia, Ukraine, Colombia, and the Philippines.
These are the newest profiles that are added.
All of them ready to say "I do" to an American man. And on this Valentine's Day, more and more men are saying, forget the flowers, book me a flight. The company does all-inclusive trips abroad, where customers enjoy all-night parties filled with foreign women, lots of them.
We call them socials, where if there's, say, 10, 15, 20 guys, there'll be 150, maybe 200 women. And everybody gets to meet everybody very quickly. That's the whole idea.
And these so-called mail-order marriages are on the rise in this country right now. According to one nonprofit group, the number has more than doubled over the last decade or so.
Are you taking me or I'm taking you?
Larry Jones met his wife Maria during a trip to Russia 15 years ago.
I think we make a good team.
But when she first moved to the U.S., it was certainly an adjustment.
Some morning she'd wake up and she'd begin speaking Russian to me.
Today, Maria works as an attorney here in the Valley. Her husband is an engineer, and they have a teenage son together.
I love him so much because he has a lot of great values. He loves me a lot. I love him back.
Oh,
schmoopy boopy. Okay. That, by the way, is like 12% of the cases.
No. I'm not even going to give them that much. I'm going to say 2. No, look, part of me wants to say, oh, this is great. I mean, that was such favorable media coverage, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it was like a big advertisement.
Oh, you couldn't buy a bigger ad for that. Are you kidding me? The minute forget the Russian lady 15 years later. Actually, that's a little schwang wang wang because she put on some weight. but the minute guys saw, like, wait a minute, like those old dudes and stuff, and the cheesy looking dorky guys and stuff, with the super hot young girls, they're like, I has it. Okay. So that was like the biggest ad they could have possibly done.
Right.
But, reality is what happens afterwards, right, Anna?
Yeah, let me keep it real, okay? It sounds too good to be true. I tried to put myself in a male's shoes and decide whether or not I would pay thousands of dollars for this type of service. So I did a little bit of research to figure out what people are saying about it. Reviewers are saying scam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that the women don't go through background checks, so you never know what you're going to get.
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's like a box of chocolates.
Sad day. And second of all, what kind of women are going to go hang out with your cheesy dorky ass, right?
Yeah, and also
to come over here. They're looking for the money, Lebowski.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
And also another thing that makes me shaky, and first of all, this company hasn't been accused of this, okay? It's just something that I worry about. I worry about the women, being in a tough spot and then getting
Yeah.
sent over to the United States and ending up with an abusive guy. You know,
Right.
it could end in a lot of negative ways.
Look, that happens with maids sometimes because if you don't have the proper papers, or your husband or your employer winds up having the power to say, no, I'm ending this relationship, so you're going to have to go back home. That's an unequal power relationship that is always sets it up for problems, right?
Exactly.
Doesn't necessarily happen, but it's something to watch out for. But look, I'm not blaming the guys, man. Look, I get it. Like, you know, you're however old you are, you're having issues finding the right girl, whatever. You see all these hot chicks. Hey, listen, I get why you want to try it. I'm not hating on that at all.
No, I'm
right?
not hating on that.
Right.
I mean, it's a available service.
And I don't know if this is the right service, but I'm sure there are some services that have decent reputations. And look, some of the girls, they're in a situation where they're like, look, I got to go to America, right? Or I got to find some sort of opportunity. And it's not, I'm not getting it done over here. And I get why they do it too, right? So maybe it works for some people. And by the way, my favorite part of the report was, forget the flowers. Time for a flight. That's how they edit in TV. They're like, oh, then we'll put a plane because it's time for a flight. And they talked it through, the reporter and the cameraman. And then I'll take the flowers and I'll throw them. Forget the flowers. Come on, dude, just tell us the story. Show us the hot chicks. Everything's going to be all right.
I know. That's why local news is so entertaining.
Yeah.
They get it. You know what? They're having fun. I'm all for it.
Yeah, except that was too much of a fluff job. You're right. They should have done a little bit of reporting like you did to find out if they actually had good reviews or not.
Right.
And then, second of all, the nonsense about the recession. Oh, and guys are more lonely during the blah, 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 blah. Cut it out. That has nothing to do with it.
The recession is terrible. Guys are lonely. So they're willing to spend thousands of dollars on a mail order bride service. There's no connection there whatsoever.
No sense.
Yeah.
Okay. No, here's what happened. They stumbled onto the website and they're like, damn, I can have sex with that? Right? And look, the bar is lower. Let's keep it real, too. It's like when you're out here at a club in America, right? You got to play the games like we were talking about yesterday. You have to show some interest, but not enough interest. American women are tough. You go to a Ukrainian chick and you're like, I'm here. I'm American. Right? Not all Ukrainian chicks, obviously. I'm talking about the ones that signed up for the service. That's the whole point of why they signed up. Come on. That's why it's tempting. That's why people go to it. Not anything to do with the recession.
Right, exactly.
They're trying to cure the recession in their pants. Come on, man. Come on. Who's got jokes like me?
This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by Jack Threads.